Hey, how we doing, folks? Thank you for joining me, Timmy Boy, here in another edition of the TAD Tune-Up series. This is where we highlight valued features in our TitanAdvisor. Today's feature is about forms, more specifically, conditional logic. Well, let's get started. Let's jump right in. Let me share my screen. All right. In TitanAdvisor, this is the little blue rocket ship up in the upper right for those of you who've followed along. We're going to work our way over to the business sections on the left side. And today we're going to be looking at the selling and performing work section. Let's open that up. We're going to bounce over to mastery. Yes, you heard it right. We are looking at features in mastery. And FYI, y'all, I still have not seen any customers reach the mastery stage. Timmy Boy's giving you a challenge. Who's going to be that first company that reaches mastery? All right, on to our feature. Today's feature is on the left side in the what to set up section. Let's look at improve efficiency with conditional logics in forms. You can see it's completed in my account, and I've earned a total of 4 points. Let's open this up. The first thing I usually check out is what customer types are affected by this feature. And you can see in this case, all customer types are affected. What business goal is associated with this? Increasing efficiency. And we can see this in the affected business KPIs that your technician efficiency should be affected. Now, you got robbed on the GIF or GIF, whatever you want to call that, but we do have a boring old picture where we see the conditional logic rules and adding a rule, which we'll look in ServiceTitan a little bit more today on that. We'll scroll down. On the setup side here at the bottom, you can see that we are looking at setup conditional logic rules in a form. Now, our success criteria is based off at least one published form has a published conditional logic rule. Now, you can see here I've earned the 4 points at the bottom. And if we wanted to know more information about what's entailed into this, we could use the Learn More link, which is going to take us to that knowledge base article or academy video. We can see in the instructions too, always make sure to look at the description for any instructions that are available. And here it says, go to your settings, go to operations, go to forms, and we can create that form with conditional logic rules. So let's do that. Let's get out of here. And we will go to our settings icon up in the upper right. And we are going to basically just type forms here. There we go. In operations, we'll open that up. Now, as I think about forms, one of the things that I really try to think about what forms actually do. And forms help our businesses with systematic approaches to achieving repeatable outcomes. They create a consistent customer experience when we do this. And I think forms of like checklists, workflows, procedures, debriefs, pain points. These are all things that help us in the field with these forms that we can accomplish. Now, the next level is adding conditional logic. And we want to add conditional logic because some of these forms or these pain points, workflows, procedures, etc., can get extremely long. And that's not going to be very efficient for a technician. Not only is it not going to be efficient, they're not going to want to do it. And so you might get them to do it once or twice, but if this thing drags out, takes them forever, it's a pain in the butt, they're not going to do it. And so when we add conditional logic, we create efficiency. We simplify this process by hiding questions that you don't need unless you have a specific answer that's given. And so let's talk about that in the actual form. Let's go to one of my forms here. Let me pick one. Let's go down. Let's do this service follow-up needed. I can see that I already have added conditional logic in this. So let's just open this up and take a peek at it. First thing that I like to highlight when I'm talking about the conditional logic is when we build these forms out, we want to have every single question involved. And so this is a pretty lengthy form that needs to be filled out. So if I get back out of there and I just did the preview of that same form, we can see how simplified that form is. It's very quick to get through, not too many questions like we saw in the edit version. Let's go back to the edited. Let's hit that pencil. There we go. Now, to add a conditional logic, and that's what the feature is focusing on today, is this little blue button up here, that add conditional logic. When we hit this button, it brings up the rules that we can create. Now, I'm not going to spend today, there's been several videos that have already gone through this process, but I do want to highlight some things, and then we'll focus on some pro tips. One thing that we know in this one, because we already have the conditional logic, we can see that these rules are set up. And the way they're set up in the rule is we have the field. This is that question. Okay, this is where we're going to create the condition and the value. You can see here on the rule 2, did we get price approval for repair? The condition, is it equal to the yes or no? In this case, it was a question. That's going to dictate what shows up for the technician in these forms. So this is a pretty cool way to simplify our forms and not make a bunch of questions that the technicians don't have to answer, even if they're not even related to what they're dealing with. So we can see here, this is a pretty easy process. If I scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see this is where we're going to add those rules. Let's go back up to the top real quick. I do want to make one call out here in this. Let's see here. Let's go back to the form itself in the preview. We're going to add a tag. So let's open up that form again and add that tag. We're going to go right here. You can see that we've done the tag to the form. So anytime this form is completed, we will have a follow-up tag, which is pretty cool. That's going to highlight that this form was completed. That's a great tag to have, that there's a follow-up needed. Now, what if I wanted to have a tag associated with one of my specific conditional logic answers? This is a little bit different. If we scroll down to the, let's edit this. Let's get into add conditional logic, and then we'll scroll down and go to the 11. Here we go. You can see that the question here is, will you need a helper? If the answer is equal to absolutely cannot do this follow-up without another technician, I assigned a second technician needed tag. So anytime that answer equals absolutely, then I want this tag to be populated here. I'm a huge fan of the auto tags and be able to utilize this within conditional logic. So we have two ways to add tags. We can do the completed form, and we can also do the tag, the auto tag based on the answer. So kind of next level. I love that part of it. All right, so that's tags. What else can we do in our forms that makes this efficiency, create some automation? What Timmy Boy pro tips do I got here? Well, the first thing I'm going to highlight, and we'll use that same one, is a trigger. Okay, how is this trigger? How is this form going to be triggered? And when we think triggers, like what initiates this process? And so you can see in this case, if I click into the trigger here, and we'll just do a quick high level of this. The trigger assignment is based off the job. We didn't associate any customer types or business units. This is all job types. When this invoice is clicked, the follow-up tags associated with will trigger this form. So we love that. This creates that automation for the form. Now, there's a couple other things that we can do with forms that I really like too. Let's go to alerts. We can create an alert when a form is completed. So let's go to our alerts here. We'll scroll on the bottom one. This is one of my favorite completed form alerts. This is for a missing price book, service, or item in the price book. And to fill these out, we'll just scroll this over a little bit and we'll edit this, and you can kind of see how these alerts are set up. First, we select the type. In this case, I've selected a completed form. So anytime a form is completed, and I haven't specified the form yet, anytime this is completed, we're going to notify and deliver a message by email or text, or I can just do email or text. And then we choose the recipient. So this could be multiple people, but the person that owns the price book or works in the price book, I would want them to be notified instantly when this is filled out. And this is where we actually choose that form. And you can see it's just going to select from your drop down from your existing forms. I chose a missing price book service item. Didn't really need any business units, but it does give you the capability to really customize this how we want. And I could associate a text. You know me, I'm a big fan of tags because they're reportable and trackable. But in this case, I love this because real time, when technicians are out in the field, sometimes they don't find the things in the price book that they need. And usually that will happen once or twice if we don't catch it. So we can notify in real time and make sure that the person that works in the price book is notified of this. So I love the alert section in there. All right, let's bounce out of this. Another pro tip that I could drop on you for this is forms are great, as we were saying, but sometimes we just don't have time to create a bunch of forms. And so one pro tip that I would suggest to everybody here is the Titan Exchange. Now in the Titan Exchange, there is a library that populates, but first you'll need to go to your networks. And just a quick rundown of your networks. You need to subscribe to the business markets that make sense to your workflow, your business. In this case, we can see residential, commercial, new construction, etc. Once you've subscribed to these, and there's no emails or nothing, it just fills and populates this library in your Titan Exchange. Now, all these things in here, these tags, payroll reports, are free for you to import into your own account, including these forms. And you can see if I scroll down a little bit, there's some conditional logic forms in here. Now, with that said, I do want to highlight that conditional logic is package related. And you might say, well, why are we doing this in the TAD tune-up video? Well, there's a lot of features in TitanAdvisor. And some of those features you're going to use, not use. There's pro products, there's some conditional logic or package related features like this that are in there. That doesn't mean you lose those points. That just means you don't get those specific points. There are plenty of points in TitanAdvisor to go around. In fact, if I go back to our TitanAdvisor here, you'll notice that if I go back to the overview and we scroll up into that stage, you'll see the total possible points under mastery of what you can obtain in your TitanAdvisor. So there's plenty of points to go around. I wouldn't worry about not getting those, but conditional logic is one of those things that I find very effective. Let's do some resources. What resources does Timmy Boy have? Well, the first thing I would say is we can use the search box here and we can type in conditional logic and see what comes up. We have a few search results. The conditional knowledge base article, as well as some Academy videos. A next level for you to get more resources on this might be up in your settings icon or your profile icon and going to the Customer Resource Hub. When you go to the Customer Resource Hub, the first thing is a shout out to the Ember sessions where we cover TitanAdvisor features just like the one we're covering today. But let's look at for specific information here. Here is the TAD tune-up series too. All these TAD tune-up features that we cover are all in one location. Love that. If we scroll one over, we have the blue collar nerd. And this cat does some great videos. We all know the nerd. If you scroll down a little bit, I think it's about midway, you're going to see I've been waiting for this for years, conditional logic forms. And so if you want more of an in-depth dive into actually how we build the conditional logic forms, this is a great resource for y'all. All right. That is all I have for you today. Thank you for joining Timmy Boy in the TAD Tune-Up series. Be sure to sign up for one of these programs up here, the Ember sessions, where we really drive into the TitanAdvisor features for y'all. That's all I have for you today. I will see you next time in Zoom land.